Something's changed in Thailand. Not overnight, but slowly, like paradise forgetting how to dream. The beaches still sparkle, the temples still glow, but the energy feels different. You can sense it in the faces of locals, in the noise, in the air that used to feel lighter. Thailand once felt like freedom, an escape where every traveler could find peace, beauty, and belonging. Now it feels like the world has come rushing in too fast, too loud, too careless. The same streets that once felt warm now carry an undercurrent of exhaustion. The smiles are still there, but they're working harder than ever to stay. In Pattaya, once a symbol of easy escape, frustration lingers behind the neon. Visitors clash with laws they don't understand, and cultures collide in ways that leave scars. Phuket and Samui tell similar stories. More people, less connection. A paradise stretched thin by its own popularity. Thailand didn't lose its charm. It's just drowning in the noise of those who forgot to listen. Foreigners once came here seeking authenticity. Now, too many arrive trying to remake the country in their own image. The result is confusion, spiritual, social, and environmental. An ancient culture trying to hold its ground against modern impatience. Locals speak quietly about the change. Tourism brings income, but also insult, pollution, and pressure. In some places, prices rise while respect falls. And in others, the very beauty that drew the world is being consumed by it. The truth is, Thailand didn't change alone. The world changed around it, faster than anyone could prepare for. When millions chase the same escape, even paradise needs a moment to breathe. But here, that breath has turned into a sigh. There are still corners untouched by the chaos. Places where monks still chant before dawn and fishermen still greet the tide. But they're harder to find now, hidden behind traffic, towers, and time. Even the islands whisper warnings with every overcrowded beach. You can feel the imbalance everywhere. Temples packed for photos, not prayers. Oceans filled with boats, not silence. Tourism is both the gift and the curse of Thailand's modern story. It gave millions of people hope and took just as much away. What we're witnessing now isn't decline. It's transformation. A country learning how to protect its soul before it disappears. Because paradise doesn't vanish. It gets buried beneath everything we build on top of it. And Thailand's soul, that quiet, graceful, patient soul, is still there, waiting to be seen again. Everywhere you go, there's contrast. Temples beside nightclubs. Silence beside shouting. It's beautiful, confusing, and deeply human all at once. For decades, Thailand balanced chaos with grace. It was the rare country where noise and peace coexisted perfectly, like a heartbeat with two rhythms. But now that balance is slipping. The same energy that once made Thailand magnetic is beginning to exhaust it. Locals notice before anyone else. They watch the rhythm of their homeland change, faster, louder, and less aware. After borders reopened, the wave of travelers felt unstoppable. Flights were cheaper, phones were faster, and everyone wanted a piece of paradise before it disappeared. Bangkok became the first to feel the strain. The skyline stretched higher, but the streets below grew heavier. The soundscape changed. Less conversation, more commotion. The language of respect was drowned out by the noise of hurry. In Sukhumvit, the same corners where street vendors once laughed now echo with traffic and frustration. Progress arrived quickly, but it didn't ask for permission. Chiang Mai, once a gentle retreat for dreamers and monks, now faces a similar tension. Its temples still glow, but the serenity around them feels thinner, like incense smoke fading in the wind. Even the north, once a sanctuary of stillness, now wrestles with the weight of attention. Every quiet corner discovered online quickly loses its silence. Phuket and Pattaya face a different struggle. Their beauty, once effortless, now fights to breathe beneath the crowds that worship it too hard. You can feel it in the sand, warm but restless. You can feel it in the water, beautiful but burdened. Thailand didn't fall apart. It just became too visible, too available, too photographed to remain mysterious. What changed is not the land, but the lens through which we see it. People used to travel to understand. Now they travel to confirm. Every photo taken is proof of presence, not connection. Every moment shared online is a memory cut short. But there's another Thailand, quieter, patient, and still profoundly real. You just have to go looking for it. It lives in the pre-dawn stillness of rural temples. It hides in the slow rhythm of boats gliding through misty canals. It whispers through the jungle trails of Khao Sok, where sunlight filters through green silence. It hums softly in the voices of elders who still greet strangers with open hands. This Thailand hasn't disappeared. It's simply retreated from the noise, waiting for travelers who come to listen, not consume. Locals are learning to protect it. Some villages now limit visitors, not out of anger, but out of love for what remains. Fishermen rebuild mangroves lost to resorts. Farmers return to rice fields abandoned for tourism's quick profit. Temples reintroduce meditation retreats over photo tours. Communities plant trees instead of signs, choosing healing over advertisement. It's a quiet rebellion, one rooted in patience, not protest. Because Thais understands something the world often forgets, that harmony is worth more than growth. Resilience has always been Thailand's hidden power. Empires crumbled, storms swept through, economies shifted, yet this country always found its balance again. That same spirit is awakening now, slowly, through small acts of care. Cleaning a canal, closing a beach, restoring a forest, gestures that speak louder than any campaign. Locals call it enoughness, the belief that happiness doesn't come from more, but from balance. And maybe that's the wisdom travelers need most. To learn that paradise doesn't exist for entertainment. It exists for coexistence. The visitors who understand that will still find the Thailand they fell in love with. Because real magic isn't in the chaos. It's in the spaces between it. In a temple courtyard at sunrise when the world hasn't yet woken. In the sound of waves before the first boat arrives. In a single smile shared without words. Those are the fragments of the Thailand that endures. And that's the Thailand worth protecting. The one that lives beneath the surface, patient and proud. Tourism didn't destroy this country's soul. Forgetfulness did. But memory can still bring it back. If travelers choose meaning over momentum, this land will heal. If they slow down, stay longer, and learn deeper, paradise will begin to breathe again. Because the true luxury of travel isn't access, it's awareness. It's not the number of places you've seen, but the depth with which you've felt them. Thailand still offers that depth. But you must arrive with humility, not entitlement. Every visitor carries a choice. To either consume beauty or contribute to it. Those who choose the second become part of Thailand's renewal. They'll see things others can't, moments the cameras miss. A monk's quiet smile as morning light spills across marble. A fisherman's wave from a boat that's older than he is. Those moments don't trend, but they transform. They remind us why we travel. Not to escape, but to remember what matters. So perhaps the question isn't what happened to Thailand. It's what happened to how we see the world. Because no paradise survives without gratitude. And gratitude begins when we stop taking and start seeing again. Thailand is still here. Softer, wiser, waiting. It's asking us to look beyond the headlines and hashtags. To rediscover the silence that once made this land sacred. To walk slowly, breathe deeply, and remember that respect is the truest form of love. When we do, we'll find that the real Thailand never left us. We just stopped traveling the way we used to, with wonder instead of entitlement. The future of this country doesn't depend on marketing or money. It depends on travelers who carry reverence in their footsteps. And maybe that's how paradise survives. Not through control or restriction, but through remembrance. Because paradise doesn't vanish when it's loved gently. It only fades when we forget to listen.